Hello, my name is Chanthou Taing and my Dharma name is Chanthou. So I would like to share with my spiritual journey here. And before that, I'll touch a little bit of how I came to find this place as my spiritual healing and find that is the right place for me to come. I will tell a little bit how from childhood on. My family always grow up in as a Buddhism. Before as a childhood, when I started school in elementary school, I grew up with my grandparents, who's also Buddhist. So every morning before I start to go to school, before I went to school, I always follow my grandpa to do the alms round, offering food to the Buddhist monk that they go around in town for alms round. So every morning he never missed. So I follow him. I went to do it with him, and I always ask questions. I said, "Grandpa, why we do this every morning?" And as a child, he gave us a simple question. He said, "Well, doing this by sharing and doing good things, as you grow older, you have a bigger heart and healthier." That's all I understood. And then after 1975, the whole country fell into the communism. And during that time, there's a lot of changes in our life in the countryside. Which country is that? Cambodia. I'm sorry, I forgot to address that. Cambodia in Southeast Asia. And in that time, during the ruling of communists, 1975, there's no religion allowed to practice. They destroy all the temple. They destroyed most of the biggest statues of Buddha. And there's no school allowed to open, no hospital, no nurses or doctors. And most of them, they practically killed by the government because they don't believe in hospital or anything like that, or caring or curing the sickness or anything like that. And spiritual practice, nothing allowed. So they only allow us to do is to believe in the government and trust in the government and work hard and struggle just for the government. So like nothing belonged to us, everything taken away. We only own just a bowl of rice, 2 pair of clothes. That's about it. And children from age of 5 have been taken away from their parents and live in a children's center. Work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And what food we got provided, just small bowl of watery rice soup and a few slices of vegetable, no meat, no other nutrition value. And we all children throughout the country in the center. There's no education, no food, no doctors, no nurses to take care of. Just work on the farm. If you're sick, not go to work, just stay at the center, but no care, nothing. If you're on your own, that's what we were told. If you said that you're not feeling well in a spiritual way, most of us like homesick from being away from parents, and they said they would go like this: "Oh, you have no fever, go to work, go to work." So most of us work on the field on the hot days. It's a tropical country, and most of the children, they dehydrate. I pass out a few times on the field and to that. And at that time, we're not supposed to express any emotion or anything. If we did something wrong, we were taught and do the right way, the right thing. It just mostly at that time I observe, and I've been punished and beat up a few times during the communists. Most of the children, we never taught how to grow like in a spiritual way or anything. If you do something wrong, all we got is cruelty punishment, beat up, whip, or tied up to the top of the tree and fell down. So that time, at age of 10, I was confused. And I was taught from my grandfather saying that, you know, you do good thing will come, um, and be kind, be compassionate. Good thing will come to you. You grow healthier and wiser and whatnot. But at that time, we're confused. There's no religion, but they only us to believe on God. And I observed that it said to just believe in government. They call Anka. I don't know who that is, but they said Anka. If children, when they're hungry, they steal one banana or one corn from the field, they chop the finger off. And I saw it with my own eyes. And we're not supposed to be closing. I was told that you're not supposed to close our eyes, not to see. You have to see what is the punishment all about, not to steal, not to do this and that. I was scared and confused. So at one point, I stared at the punishment that they did, that chopped the finger during the broad daylight. I couldn't see anything. My eye kind of like opened, but I couldn't see that happen because it's kind of shut off my senses at that time. And to go on, after that, I at a time that I was in a children's center, when children get wounded or get cut or step on the broken snail or when they bleed to death sometimes. And I was 10 years old or 11 years old at that time. Just a quick response to it, how to stop the bleeding. I just tear up the scarf, wrap the wounded child, and wrap it snugly and stop the bleeding. So ever since, people thought that I know the magic power, how to stop the bleeding. So every time they got cut and wounded, they would run up to me. And I was like, feel so good to help people stop the bleeding. I feel like, oh, I did something good. But I feel good, even though during that time we didn't have any doctors or nurses to care for all the sickness. And then to move on, I did come home for one short period of time to help with my sibling. We have 9 of us, but we lost one, our brother, from illness, from diarrhea, a couple of days. And he became dehydrated and stuff like that. And I was helping with my mom to take care of those, my brother, but he didn't make it. And then 1979, to like just drop it on a little bit, moving forward. 1979. So during the Vietnam invasion, another war broke out. So my family and I escaped to Thailand, the border of Thailand. There's like a refugee camp there. And during that escape, there's a lot of bomb and mines under the ground, and a lot of people killed in that jungle. And I was lucky, my family and I, that no one got wounded. And I came to one of the refugee camps off from Cambodian refugee camp, went into Thailand border refugee camp. Over there's a lot of wounded, and there's a hospital that built by United Nations to help all these people escape from the war in the border. And I volunteer. I was 14 years old at that time. I was volunteer to get training into the field to help people. I don't know anything about medicine. I don't know anything about nursing, but I got trained well by a female doctor, American female doctors. And ever since I like it. I help people that can rehabilitate from losing their limbs and arms and legs. And I feel good by helping others. As my grandfather said, you're helping others, it's also helping yourself to feel good about yourself. Your heart grow bigger. So I learned that from my grandfather and I kept it. And I feel good. Even though I did not really good in that field at first. When I changed the dressing, it was wounded, bleeding, and all. I passed that a few times during changing the dressing, but I still want to help others because I consider at that time that I have all 4 limbs that are not affected. So I have got to do something good to helping people that really need help. So I did that, and I worked there about a year in that camp as a training nurse at age 14 to 15, 18. But I was studying at the same time at that time, English and other skill to work in a hospital, in a refugee camp. And then I got accepted to the United States. I came here to the United States in 1984, and I kind of continue my dream job, nursing. So I went to school, studied English, got on my GED, and then I went on to nursing twice. The first one is 2-year program. I worked as a nurse ever since, and then the second time is BSN nursing. I went back in 2015 to Emmanuel College, and some nursing course that include at that time. I remember one course that they called contemporary healings. So contemporary healing, including all these folks that they treat at different people practice healing, self-healing in different way, in different culture. So it came to that class, it was meditation. So meditation, we would start 15 minutes before we start the class and 15 minutes after. And I told Vanda that, oh, this class is very interesting. Vanda is not here today, but I told her about that, and she said, oh, if you continue more. I said, I want to find out more about meditation. And Vanda told me right away. She said, oh, I've been going with Kunari to Wang Buddhism in Somerville. If you want to join, I'll join you. I said, okay, I will come. And then I came with Vanda and with Kunari and all of that. And ever since I found that through all these Reverend Kim teaching, all this method of meditation, reading script, chanting mantra, and what else? So I have to go back to it. What is that?
Yoga.
Yoga, yes, yes. And then I also went to Claret, New York. We do like three days retreat. I found that is a very helpful and self-healing, and through Reverend Kim method of all of these teaching, of her teaching, I found myself that in a spiritual level, I'm more peace and quiet and can kind of focus on my job, because every day it's very stressful for all of us. An individual is lesser or heavier than the others. Through all insightful Dharma talk, prayings, and all of this, And I stay strong and stay strong. In the physical level, I'm strong, and emotionally, I'm calm. That is the most important that I learned for this. That if to go on with a difficult situation in life, like we all went through the pandemic, I still find myself at peace and quiet, a little prayer, a little meditation here and there. Even though I got COVID in January, and in my quiet time, I was off of work at 5 days. I practiced meditation at home. That was peaceful. They said, "Oh, I cannot stay home for 5 days, this and that." But I found that practice meditation, reading script at home, it really helped me with all this. I accepted the quietness, learned that, it's helpful for me. And I found that it's not loneliness or sad or depressed or anything. And then my healing is take faster, faster. Yeah, because it's enjoy the moment that I have, the quiet time and downtime that I don't have to worry, oh, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do this and do that. But it really helped me to heal faster from the COVID. And I didn't have really a severe symptom from that because of Omicron, it's less severe. That is that. Thank you.